Okay, here's question 24 on the higher non-calculator paper. Let's read the question. There are 3 different types of sandwich on a shelf. They are 4 egg sandwiches, 5 cheese sandwiches, and 2 ham sandwiches. Erin takes, at random, 2 of these sandwiches. Work out the probability that she takes 2 different types of sandwiches. Now, if you're familiar with this type of question, right, you should see straight away that this is going to be like a tree diagram, or might be the best way to answer this. Right, they're asking for probability, which hints at tree diagrams, and I'm going to start by constructing my tree diagram. And the tree diagram is going to have 3 branches in them, right? It doesn't need to be perfect, but because there are 3 branches, I want to make sure that I have enough space to work around all 3 of them. Okay, and I've started going ahead with it straight away. I've started drawing another set of 3 branches, and the reason for that is because I know, like, she takes 2 sandwiches, right? Because she's taking 2 sandwiches, I'm putting in the other set of branches. Okay, now the different types of sandwiches we have are egg sandwiches, cheese sandwiches, and ham sandwiches. So egg sandwiches, cheese sandwiches, and ham sandwiches. So I've put that there, and then the second type you could pick is the same: egg, cheese, and ham. Egg, cheese, and ham. Egg, cheese, and ham. Okay, if I move this up a bit, we'll get to see all 3 of these. I'll leave the information at the top. Okay, given that there are 4, 5, and 2 sandwiches, how many sandwiches are there altogether? There are 11 sandwiches altogether. So the probability of picking an egg sandwich is going to be 4 out of 11. The probability of picking a cheese sandwich, that's going to be 5 out of 11. And the probability of picking a ham sandwich is 2 out of 11, or 2 over 11. Now, I need to put in probabilities onto these second sets of branches, but you need to be aware that whatever she picks in the first, so after she makes the first pick, you're going to have 1 less sandwich on the shelf. There'll be 10 sandwiches left on the shelf. And in this first case, so this is quite a good case, if she picks an egg sandwich first, what's the probability she'll pick an egg sandwich the second time? Well, it's going to be out of 10. Right, but if she picked an egg sandwich first time round, there'll only be 3 left on the shelf, so it'll be 3 out of 10. For cheese sandwiches, it's going to be 5 out of 10, and for ham, in this case, it'll be 2 out of 10. And just check that. 3 add 5 is 7. Sorry, 3 add 5 is 8. 8 add 2 is 10. So that's 10 out of 10. They all 3 add up to 1. I'm doing the same thing on this side, and I'm just going to start writing down the probabilities. I want you to think about what I'm doing and why it is the case. So this is going to be 4 out of 10 because she picked cheese first time. This is going to be 4 out of 10, and this one down here is going to be 2 out of 10. And yep, 4 and 4 is 8, add 2 is 10, 10 out of 10. This one here is going to be 4 out of 10. This is going to be 5 out of 10. Now she picked a ham the first time. It's going to be 1 less, so that's going to be 1 out of 10. Alright, answering the question. The question says, work out the probability that she takes 2 different types of sandwich. So how can she get 2 different types of sandwich? At this stage, at the end of this, that's egg and egg, so they're not different. This is egg and cheese, so I do want that one. Egg and ham, again, that's different. Cheese and egg, cheese first, egg second. Cheese and cheese, so I'm not concerned with that because those are the same. I need 2 that are different. Cheese and ham, ham and egg, egg. Ham, cheese, and this one here is ham and ham, which I don't want that because they're the same. Now I'm going to work out the probabilities of each of those. So the first one is, follow this, 4 over 11 times 5 over 10. 4 over 11 times 5 over 10. This next one, 4 over 11 times 2 over 10. 4 over 11 times 2 over 10. 5 over 11 times 4 over 10. Down here, cheese followed by ham. 5 over 11, 2 over 10. Ham followed by egg. And finally, 2 over 11 times 5 over 10. I'm going to now work out each of these multiplications of fractions. Now remember, when you times in fractions, you times the two top numbers and you times the two bottom numbers. So in all of these cases, the bottom number is going to be 110. 11 times 10 is 110. So let me just do that. So what I've just done here is I've worked out all the denominators. I'm just going to put in the numerators now. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10. 4 times 2 is 8. And 2 times 5 is 10. Now, in order to work out the probability that she takes two different sandwiches, I need to add all of these probabilities. Now, because the denominator in all of them is 110, when I add them up, the answer is going to be out of 110. And I just need to focus on adding the numerators. So 20, add 8 is 28, add another 20 is 48, 58, 66, 76. And this is my answer, 76 out of 110. Now there's several other ways in which you could do this. This is a fairly long question. It's worth 5 marks so far, and I've spent a bit more than 5 minutes on it. However, if you take your time, you work it through, and you work it systematically, you should know how to do this, and you could work it pretty well and get full marks in it. So make sure you do take your time, you follow this, and you can get full marks.